welcome to today's episode of The Daily Blend. I'm your host, AC, and we are joined in studio today by Bruce Young, who is the Executive Director of CMSE and Giving Gardens. Welcome to the show.
Well, thank you so much for having me.
Of course. So for anybody who is unfamiliar, can you tell us a little bit about CMSE and Giving Gardens?
Yes, ma'am. I'll give you a brief history of the Sheltered Workshop Program in the state of Missouri. The gentleman that actually started the Sheltered Workshop Program, his name was Frank Ackerman. He was an electrical engineer from out east, moved to the St. Louis area back in the late 40s, and he actually had a son, his youngest son, Roland, who had Down syndrome. At that time, children with Down syndrome and developmental disabilities typically went to state schools. Well, Mr. Ackerman realized that as his son grew older, what is my son going to do the rest of his life? And so he got together with a number of parents from around the state of Missouri, from some folks with the special education program at the University of Missouri, and made countless trips to Jefferson City to actually start the Sheltered Workshop Program in the state of Missouri. And so we kind of call him the father of the Sheltered Workshop Program. There's actually 87 shelter workshops in the state of Missouri, all separate 501c3 non-for-profits. One thing that distinguishes us from other non-for-profits is that a good portion of our revenue actually comes from the work we do for our business partners. We have some of our business partners include Solvitum, which was formerly 3M. Mm-hmm. We've been working with them for 45 years. Schneider Electric. They build different products and stuff for breakers. We've been working with them for probably 35 years. GME Supply, Watlow, just to name a few. Mm-hmm. And we really couldn't do it if it wasn't for our business partners. Providing work opportunities to adults with disabilities is just critical. And I think a lot of people don't realize that a lot of our folks who have tried competitive employment, I had a son actually that worked in competitive employment. I tried to get him a job when he graduated from the special education program at Hickman. I got him a job at Hy-Vee, stocking shelves. Mm-hmm. Did that for about 6 months or so. They started cutting his hours to where he wasn't working at all. Got him a job at Cracker Barrel, washing dishes, kind of the same thing. Well, we've got about 100 employees that face that same, problem. And so, but work is so important to our folks. The self-esteem and dignity of working just means everything to our folks. Yeah. And so we think it's important that we continue to work with our business partners. Again, we couldn't do it without them. But we think it's important also that people realize that one of the programs we started a few years ago, CMSE Giving Gardens, we actually started that program to help us provide more work opportunities to adults with disabilities. And actually, our folks on the autism spectrum, they flourish in the greenhouse.
Let me stop you, because people might be shopping at Giving Gardens, but maybe don't realize, where is Giving Gardens located?
Giving Gardens is located off of Grindstone. You take Grindstone and then turn on Bearfield Road, go south about a quarter of a mile, mm-hmm. and there's a college housing place called The Cottages. It's just right past that. It's actually just, I guess, west of Nifong Park.
Yep, so it's where people are getting all these beautiful flowers and plants, and I've been there plenty of times.
Oh, wonderful.
But did not know the background necessarily.
Well, and that's the thing. I think a lot of people don't realize that when they shop at Giving Gardens, they're also helping us to provide work opportunities to adults with disabilities. And I would just invite anyone to come visit us sometime and actually come through the workshop. Our folks love to show you their work. Work means everything to them. And so, yes, I would invite people to come see us and just understand that you're not only getting great flowers and things like that. Our greenhouse manager he was a retired 30-year crop scientist, and he came out of retirement to help us with this. And he is just amazing. He knows plants, and what he grows is just tremendous. Really? And so I think besides getting wonderful plants, you're going to provide work opportunities to adults with disabilities. And I think that's the main thing people need to understand.
Yes, absolutely. So you guys are a nonprofit.
Yes, we are.
You are a nonprofit. And so what other ways can people in this community support your organization?
Well, I think coming shopping at Giving Gardens and then, just spreading the word, about what we are and what we do, I think is just critical.
Yeah.
The exposure we've gotten from Giving Gardens, a lot of folks didn't know about us before. We're located on the old Woodhaven campus.
Mm-hmm.
We still serve a lot of the Woodhaven folks, but a lot of people just didn't realize that what we are and what we do. But
yeah, I was just telling you kind of before we started rolling that I was out at GME Supply.
Yes.
In the warehouse walking through and had a chance to see some of your folks coming back from their lunch break. And they all just looked so excited, and I got a chance to get introduced to some folks, and they were all so thrilled. And the people at GME were talking about how critical they are to the work that goes on there.
Right. We've got actually two job sites where we have employees that work with the job coach at GME Supply, and the other one is Calibration Technologies, where there's 4 employees that are working with the job coach. And they love their jobs, and they love to tell you about what they're doing. It means everything to them.
Yes, it is. And so that is, and so if people wanted to find out more information, what's your website so that people can find
just
more
cmse.org or just Google Giving Gardens, and either one of those, it'll bring it right up, and it'll tell you more about what we are and what we do.
Yeah, I imagine Giving Gardens is gearing up for a pretty busy
We
season
are
right
very
now.
busy right now. Yes, we are very busy.
Yeah, this is that time of year where it gets really busy for you guys. I would imagine all the way through probably
Absolutely.
summer?
Absolutely. Yes. We're open through the end of June.
Okay, through the end of June.
Yes.
Okay, so people can get out to Giving Gardens all the way through the end of June.
Yes.
And get beautiful flowers and also support adults working with disabilities.
That is correct. Yes.
Yeah, and I will tell you some of the nicest staff people that you will ever meet.
Absolutely.
Yes, that's true. I'm telling you from my own experiences, some of the nicest staff people you ever meet, and wonderful plants.
Thank you
Wonderful
so
plants.
much
Absolutely.
for this opportunity.
Well, Bruce, this has been great. I have definitely learned a lot that I didn't know. The history, I feel like, of organizations is always important. Thank you for coming to educate us on that. It's been very good.
Thank you so much for
here.
having me, and let me tell about Giving Gardens.
Absolutely.
It means everything.
Absolutely. Thank you, Bruce.